Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In the last session, I mentioned the verse of the Holy Quran in which Allah Ta'ala has said that who is better in speech than him who invites people to Allah. So the reference is chapter 41, verse 34. Chapter 41, verse 34. And the prayer, which I mentioned, Rabbi Shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri, O Allah, open up my heart and make my task easy for me. And that prayer is in chapter 20, verse 26 to 29. Chapter 20, verse 26 to 29. Now, in this session, we are going to discuss the subject, why are we Ahmadis? There are different ways to take this subject. So it is not necessary that always you have this title. Maybe I would take it in this way, that some non-Ahmadi comes to me, and this, in fact, I do it almost every day. That a non-Ahmadi friend will come to me, and after introduction, I will say to him that I'll just explain to you what are the differences between Ahmadis and non-Ahmadis. And then I will ask you to tell me who is right and who is wrong. So I would like to have your opinion on that. So last time I mentioned this subtopic in the light of the Holy Quran. Today we are going to discuss the same topic in the light of Hadith. Because some people say that after all, after the Holy Quran, the most important thing for the Muslim is Hadith. So is there any reference in the Hadith about Ahmadiyya Jamaat or the beliefs of the Ahmadiyya Jamaat? So now today we are going to discuss that one. So anybody who believes in Hadith, you see, for him these things are very important. And in fact every good Muslim does believe in this. Of course there are some rules for the acceptance of Hadith, that any Hadith which is against the Holy Quran, that will not be accepted. But any Hadith which is in accordance with the Holy Quran, that will definitely accept. And there are certain Ahadith which are accepted by all Muslims, so I am going to present those Ahadith. So the first Hadith in this regard is from the book of Abu Dawud, Sunan Abu Dawud, Kitab al-Fitr. You know, before that it is very essential that we should know the names of the books of Hadith before we start this subject. So there are 6 books of Hadith which are called Sitta. And all the Sunni Muslims particularly, who are, in large majority, they all believe in these 6 authentic books of Hadith, which are called Sitta. Siyah means authentic, and Sitta means 6. So this is a special term for these Ahadith book. Among them, the first one is Bukhari. I'll just give you short names, name of every book. So first is Bukhari, second is Muslim, third is Tirmidhi, then Abu Dawud, then Ibn Majah, and then Naseem. So these are the books of Hadith which are commonly known by all Muslims, and when they talk about religion, they always give references from these books of Hadith. So we also have the same right. So book of Abu Dawud is one of the 6 authentic books of Hadith. So what does it say? The Hadith says, Inna Allaha yabasu lihazihi al-ummati ala rasi kulli mi'ati sanatin man yujaddidu laha dinaha. Which means Verily God will continue to forever to raise for this Ummah in the beginning of every century one who will restore its faith for it. So now I'll give you the word by word translation so that nobody can say that we have made this translation ourselves. So the translation, Inna Allah, surely Allah. Yabaso will send Lihazihi Ummate for this Ummah, that is for the Muslims. Allah Rase Kulle Miyate Sanatin, at the head of every 100 years. Mea is 100, Sana is year. At the head of every 100 years, that means at the head of every century. Man yujaddidu laha dinaha. Man yujaddidu, who will restore its faith for them. Deen is faith. Yujaddidu laha dinaha. He will restore their faith for them. Now, this hadith is well known to all Muslims. And it says that at the head of every century, Allah will appoint someone for the reformation of Muslims. First thing is that those people who say that after the Holy Prophet ﷺ we don't need to believe in anyone, we should ask them that why Holy Prophet ﷺ made this prophecy. The other thing is that the ulama before Ahmadiyya Jamaat, they have been writing the books in which they have quoted this hadith and then they gave the names of those people who were the mujaddids or revival of the faith in the past. For example, we quote one hadith, one book, Hujjul Karama, which was written by Imam Siddiq Hasan Khan Sahib. And in that book, they have written the names of 13 mujaddideen who came in the last 13 centuries. And their names, you can read there, but I'll mention only 3 names of the last 3 centuries. 11th, 12th, 13th. For example, in the 11th century, regard to that book, Hazrat Sayyid Ahmad Sahandi Sahib was the Mujaddid. And then in the 12th century, Shah Waliullah Shah Sahib Muhaddis Devi was Mujaddid. And in the 13th century, Hazrat Sayyid Ahmad Behli Sahib was the Mujaddid, according to that book. Now, then it is stated that now 14th century is going to start, and we'll see who comes, because that book was written at a time when Naseem was did not make the claim yet. So now after this, Naseem was made the claim that he has been appointed by Allah the Almighty as the Mujaddid or reformer or reviver of the 14th century. Now, for non-Ahmadis, there are 3 options. One is that they should tell us that apart from Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Muhammad Qadiani Islam, is there anyone else who made this claim that Allah has appointed him? And you know, when Allah sends someone, always He reveals to him. Through revelation He appoints the person. It is never done through voting. It is not a political election. Allah Ta'ala appoints through His revelation. So now apart from Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Muhammad Qadiani Islam, in the whole of world of Islam, there is not a single person who made this claim that he has been appointed with the revelation of God to be the reformer and the reviver. So that was first option. Second is that they should accept Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Qadiani Islam because there is none else. And third option is that they say, though we don't believe in Muhammad, and we have no respect for his hadith and his prophecy. That's the third option. There is no fourth option at all. So we ask them now, please, you pick. What would you like to do? Either present another person's name who claimed that he has been appointed by Allah through revelation, or accept Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Qadiani Islam, or say that I don't believe in Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And all those ulama of Islam who quoted this hadith, they are also, they are false people. They have misguided the Muslims. Throughout 1400 years they have been misguiding people. either declare all of them not to be non-Muslims, or trust in them and say yes. And also, in fact, at the same time, then you will have to reject all the mujaddid of the previous centuries as well. But they can't do that. So if they believe that this book of hadith is right, and according to this hadith they have been believing in the mujaddidis in the past, in the previous years, previous centuries, how they can reject the mujaddid of the 14th century? So there is no other option for them except to accept as Bajwa and Tabligh and Ehsan. If there is, we ask them, please tell us what is right. So if you have to accept as Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to be true, and if you believe that his prophecies are also true, then you have to accept as Mirza Sallallahu. And this is the reason why we Ahmadis have accepted. Now tell us where we are wrong. And how the non-Ahmadi Muslims can be right. Ji, please.
What if the question comes up and saying, well, in theory there should also now be a reform of the 15th century because almost 100 is...
Let's first decide about the 14th century. First we decide about 14th century, then whoever will be there 15th century, he will be from the followers of Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad and Ehsan. If he is true, then he has to be from his followers.
Yes, but then
because
it raises the question, doesn't it? Because
I'm saying that that's fine, but then it will answer, the next hadith will answer this question.
Can I just ask one question?
Yeah.
The previous Mujaddidins, were they informed by Wahi that they are the Mujaddid of the time?
Allah knows better, we don't know. Because there is no record of these things. Neither it is our duty to find out.
But as Ahmadi Muslims, we accept these as the Mujaddid for those centuries.
They have mentioned it, and that's fine. I mean, we have no objection on that. If the majority of people say that they were the people like this, that's fine. Why we should have any objection on that? Now, the next hadith is about the advent of Imam Mahdi. But this is also common belief of all the Muslims that Allah will appoint someone Imam Mahdi. So this hadith is from the book Sunan Dar Qutni, volume 1. And it says, Anna Muhammad ibn Ali radhiyallahu ta'ala anhu qala inna limahdina ayatin lam takuna mundu khalq as-samawati wal ard yankasifu al-qamaru al-awwal laylatin min Ramadan wa yankasifu ash-shamsu or tankasifu ash-shamsu fi nisfi minhu wa lam takuna mundu khalaqa Allahu as-samawati wal ard. Surely two signs will appear for our Mahdi which have never appeared before as signs of truth for anyone else since the creation of the heaven and the earth. Heavens, it should be plural, as-samawat. In the month of Ramadan, the moon will be eclipsed on the first of its nights of eclipses, and the sun will be eclipsed on the middle day of its eclipses. Both these eclipses will take place in the same month of Ramadan, and these two signs have never occurred before since Allah created the heaven and the earth. So now, what is the conclusion of this hadith? The conclusion is that after the claim of Imam Mahdi, these two signs will appear. And what are the signs? That the moon will be eclipsed on 13th of Ramadan, which is the first of the 3 nights of lunar eclipses, because the 3 days of lunar eclipses are 13th, 14th and 15th. The third part is that the sun will be eclipsed on the 28th of Ramadan, which is the middle of the 3 days of solar eclipses, because the 3 days of solar eclipses are 27th, 28th and 29th. And the fourth point, that both signs will appear in the same month of Ramadan. And fifth, that these signs have never appeared for anyone except a true Mahdi. Now, what actually happened? These signs were fulfilled in the Eastern Hemisphere in 1894 and in the Western Hemisphere in 1895. When Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad and Islam was no more than 60 years of age, so that the whole world became its witness. So now, number one, that all Muslims believe that Imam Mahdi will come. Number two, that Holy Prophet ﷺ told us two signs, that moon and sun will be eclipsed in the same month of Ramadan on specific dates, that is 13th and 28th. Now, it is also said by the Holy Prophet, it has never happened for anyone else, which means it has never happened that there is some claimant first and then these two sun eclipses, these eclipses take place on these dates. Otherwise, the eclipses can take place anytime, any date. But never happened that there was any claimant to be Imam Mahdi and then it happened. So that only happened once in the history of Islam, and that is when Naseem has come and made the claim. So towards the end of 1890, as Naseem wrote the book Victory of Islam or Fatah Islam. In that he said that Allah Ta'ala has told me that Isa has passed away and I am that Messiah who is to come. And at the same time, he said that Allah Ta'ala has made me Imam Mahdi, because in the hadith it is said that Imam Mahdi and Messiah is one and the same person. So this is why we will take the next hadith, which says Imam Mahdi and Messiah is one person, and that hadith is Walal Mahdi wa illa Isa ibn Maryam. And there is no Mahdi except Isa ibn Maryam. So those Muslims who think that Imam Mahdi will be born and Isa will come from heaven, they are definitely wrong. Because here it is said Imam Mahdi and Isa is one and the same person. So what it means, that Imam Mahdi will have very close resemblance with Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, and this is why metaphorically Imam Mahdi is given this name of Isa ibn Maryam. As for example, if somebody is very brave and you will say he is lion. If somebody is very noble, you will say he is angel. So these are the metaphors which are used in every language. So in the same sense, the Holy Prophet ﷺ said that Imam Mahdi will also be Jesus, son of Mary. Otherwise, that Jesus Christ who came 2000 years ago, he was prophet for the Israelites only. The Holy Quran says very clearly, for Rasulan ila Bani Israel. Secondly, he was taught Torah by Allah, and he was also given the Injil. So he only knew Torah and Injil. So if the same is Jesus come today, would he teach us Torah and Injil? No Muslim believes in that. So always they believe that Isa who came 2000 years ago, he used to teach Torah and Injil, but the Jesus who is going to come in Islam, he is going to teach Holy Quran. So it means that there are two different Jesus. The other thing is the Holy Quran very clearly says, as I took last time I mentioned this verse of the Holy Quran, chapter 3 verse 145, that Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is the messenger of Allah and all the messengers before him have passed away. And there are several other verses on this subject. So much so the Holy Prophet ﷺ told the age of Isa and said, Inna Jibreel akhbarani anna Isa ibn Maryam Aisha wa Ishrina Mayata Sanadan, that Jibreel has told me that Jesus, son of Mary, lived 120 years. So age is also mentioned there. In the book of Kanzul Umar is mentioned, and nobody has objected on that. So now, so as far as Isa is concerned, who was prophet of the Israelites, he has passed away. So this Isa who was to come in Islam, he is Imam Mahdi. And this hadith is very clear from the book of Ibn Majah, which is again one of the 6 authentic books of hadith. So whatever Ahmadi Jamaat believes, they always present the authority of the Quran and hadith. So how they can be wrong? Because Islam means to believe in the Holy Quran and the hadith. So if we are presenting all these quotations from Quran and hadith, how these can be wrong? The next thing is, what will be status of this Imam Mahdi, who is also Isa? What will be his status? Whether he is a prophet or not prophet? So next hadith will explain that. And this hadith is from the book of Muslim. Muslim Kitab al-Fitan, Mashratu Sa'ad. And it's a long hadith. We have only taken few parts of that hadith, and that is وَيُحْسَرُ نَبِيُّ اللَّهِ وَإِيسَى وَيُحْسَرُ نَبِيُّ اللَّهِ إِيسَى وَأَصْحَابُهُ فَيَرْكَبُ نَبِيُّ اللَّهِ إِيسَى وَأَصْحَابُهُ ثُمَّ يَهْبِطُ نَبِيُّ اللَّهِ إِيسَى وَأَصْحَابُهُ فَيَرْكَبُ نَبِيُّ اللَّهِ إِيسَى وَأَصْحَابُهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ. Now just to see that 4 times the Holy Prophet ﷺ has mentioned the name of Isa who was going to come and who is Imam Mahdi, that he will be Prophet of Allah, Prophet of Allah, Prophet of Allah, Prophet of Allah. In one of these 4 times this word is used. So then, if a Muslim says that he believes in the Holy Prophet ﷺ, he believes in the Hadith, and then he says no, he will not be Prophet. In fact, this belief has never been in the Muslim Ummah in any age, that the forthcoming Jesus will not be a prophet. In fact, there are so many references to say that if somebody says he will not be a prophet, he is kafir, he is disbelieved. And this is the reason why it is necessary to believe in him as well. So, if somebody believes in Holy Prophet ﷺ, then he has to believe that this forthcoming Isa, who was Imam Mahdi, and was going to come in Islam, he is a prophet of Allah. But of course, as I mentioned earlier on, that there are 2 kinds of prophets. One who brings new law, and the others who are servant to the previous law. For example, in the time of Hazrat Musa al-Islam, Hazrat Musa al-Islam was a prophet of Allah, and at the same time his brother Hazrat Harun al-Islam was a prophet of Allah. Now Hazrat Harun al-Islam, Hazrat Musa al-Islam was given Torah, but Hazrat Harun al-Islam was not given any book. So that shows that there are 2 kinds of prophets. So Hazrat Muhammad ﷺ is a law-bearing prophet because he is given the Holy Quran. So in this sense, definitely he is the last prophet. Because Holy Quran is a perfect book, so there is no need of any other book of law after this. So that means that after him, whoever comes, he will be his follower, he will be his servant. And this is what is the belief of the Ahmad. And we have no objection, even if, for example, now after another prophet comes, we have no objection to that. Although the Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Qadian Islam was told by Allah that after him the system of Khilafat will start and it will continue up to the day of judgment. But a Khalifa can be a prophet as well. Why not? If Allah decides to do that, he can do that. Ji.
Just a question, when the promised Messiah Islam made the claim that he's a prophet, the opponents at that time, did they raise the objection that you can't be a prophet? Or did this allegation start coming much later?
No, these people haven't said that. Of course, when he said that he's a prophet, some people did raise it. But at the same time, there are many people who are accepting it as well. When this point is explained to them, that there are 2 kinds of prophets. Another very simple way to understand it is, ask any Muslim how many prophets came in the world. According to one hadith, 124,000. And in the Holy Quran also 26 of prophets are mentioned. But if you ask any Muslim how many books were given to the prophets, then at the most they will say 4. So what does it mean? That there are 2 kinds of prophets. One who were given the books and the others who were not given the books. They were subordinate to the previous prophet. So this is what we are saying, that Hazrat Masih Maud Islam, the Ghulam Qadian Islam, is servant of Islam, he is subordinate to Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he is the follower of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. This is why he said that if I had not been the father of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, then even if my good deeds were equal to the mountains, still I was not able to have the revelation from Allah the Almighty. So he said, whatever I have received, whatever the blessings I have received, that is due to my obedience to Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. See?
And the first point you made, there's four basic claims you're saying. That one is they are mujahids, and then there's
Imam Mahdi,
Imam Mahdi,
and then Prophet Messiah,
and the fourth is the support of the Prophet.
so on the Prophet, yes.
If the one corrects thing, mujahid is already a subordinate of the Prophet.
Not every mujahid.
Okay.
Unless Allah Ta'ala tells somebody, you can't say him that he's subordinate prophet.
He's a reformer.
He's a reformer. Renewer, mujaddid means, so we can use only that word which is used by the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. But in another hadith, it is said, Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam himself said, that Ulama'u Ummati ka Anbiya bani Israel, that the special divine scholars of my Ummah are like the prophets of the children of Israel. So, of course, these people had great position, but Holy Prophet has not used the word prophet for them. But for one reviver of faith or one reformer of Islam, Holy Prophet used the word Imam Mahdi. So, and also he is from Israel. And in that capacity, he is also renewed of the faith.
So the word mujahid is not necessarily to be taken as a follower of prophet or a supporter of prophet.
No.
It's not.
No. Unless he is told by Allah, and as this was a prophecy of the Holy Prophet that one of the mujahid will be said that he will be Imam Mahdi, he will be Prophet Messiah, and he will also be subordinate prophet. And that is the Zawran Qadian.
The Mujahid, if I'm correct, they are only known after the demise, unless no one claims to be Mujahid.
No, there are some Mujahids did claim, and it is in the record of in the history of Islam. But because all the history is not preserved, this way we don't know the details of everyone. But there are some Mujahids whose claim is mentioned in the books of
I was going to say that there was a couple of hadiths which came across before, like, I don't know that wording for it, but it was like the last brick. Because the Muslims of Sharia, it was like incomplete, and then when the Rasulullah he said, I want the last brick, or the last foundation of the house. The thing is that when you try to argue with the Muslims around that, they say, look, this is the last brick, how can you add anything to it? And it was also in the last sermon, I think. Well, according to them, they say the final verse is that after everything that Rasulullah said, according to what they said there's the last prophet, I'm the last prophet. So how do we interpret that?
Yes. Very simple question to them is, we'll ask them, please do tell us that when your Jesus comes, which you are expecting, and he will come and he will say, I'm the prophet of Allah. At that time, if you put this hadith before him, what will be his answer?
I said the same thing because the thing is
so the only answer is that hadith is talking about the Sharia.
Right.
That Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is the last brick of Sharia among the prophets who brought the laws.
Right.
Otherwise, we will have to reject all those hadiths where it is mentioned that Jesus, son of Mary, will come and he will be prophet of Allah. And that is, I have just mentioned that the Muslim Sharif is also mentioned.
Right.
And no Muslim has ever challenged it. So now we need to take the next hadith. Next hadith is that after knowing all this that is around the in Islam, is that Imam as the Prophet Messiah, subordinate Prophet to the Prophet, and also he was beloved of the 14th century. So after knowing all this, what is our duty? So this hadith, which is in the book of Ibn Majah again, says, فَإِذَا رَأَيْتُمُوهُ فَبَايِعُوهُ وَلَوْ حَبٌّ عَلَى السَّرْجِ فَإِنَّهُ خَلِيفَةُ اللَّهِ الْمَهْدِي. That when you find the Mahdi, perform bayat or give pledge of allegiance at his hand, you must go to him even if you have to reach him across ice-bound mountains on your knees. He is the Mahdi and the Caliph of Allah. So this is the status of the Imam Mahdi, that he is Caliph of Allah. Holy Prophet ﷺ is, directing every Muslim, that once you know that Imam Mahdi has come, you must do his bath. So if after seeing all these signs we ignore the Imam Mahdi alayhi salam, then of course we are not following the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Ahmadis, by the grace of Allah, they have done the bath of the Imam Mahdi alayhi salam because they are following Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Again the question is, then who is believing in Khatamun Nabiyyin? They say Ahmadis do not believe in Khatamun Nabiyyin. If we are not believing in Khatamun Nabiyyin, then why we are doing this bath? We are doing because Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said it, that you should do it. And then
some commentators say that this hadith is weak, zaif, because it says Khalifatullah. Allah does not have a successor. Khalifatullah means successor to Allah. So they say that this is a weak hadith.
Then what is the meaning of the verse where Allah says in the Holy Quran about Hazrat Adam al-Aslam, Inni Jailun fil ardi Khalifa. About Hazrat Adam al-Aslam, Allah used the word Khalifa. So he was a prophet of Allah, that's why the word Khalifa is used. So word Khalifa can be used for a prophet of Allah. Similarly, about Hazrat Daud al-Aslam, it is said, Allah Ta'ala said, Hazrat Daud al-Aslam, Ya Daudu inna ja'alnaka khalifatan fil ard. O Daud, we have made you Khalifa in the earth. So the word Khalifa can be used for the prophet. So in fact, this word itself indicates that he will be a prophet of Allah, because the word Khalifa is used only for the prophets of Allah. When you say so and so person is Khalifatullah, then he is a prophet of Allah. And of course, it said that he will be Mahdi, means that Allah will guide him to the right path, and then he will guide other people. After this, now somebody asked that now it is 15th century. You asked this question about 15th century. The answer is in this next hadith number 6. That Ma kanat nabuwatun qattu illa tabi'at khilafah. There was no prophethood which was not followed by khilafat. So that means whenever a prophet comes, after him always there is a khalifa. So because Imam Mahdi is promised Messiah, subordinate prophet, so after him there must have been khilafat. So this is why the system of khilafat started after the Messiah Islam, and now we have the 5th Khalifa, Messiah. And this is the system which was given to the Muslims after the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And all Muslims believe that was the time of true Islam. That after the Bakr Siddiq, after the Muhammad ﷺ, as the Bakr Siddiq was elected as the Khalifa of Muslims, then as Umar, then as Usman, then as Ali. And that was the best time. So we are following the same system. Ji.
So, so that we don't contradict ourselves. First, we're saying there's a reformer every century. That's been prophesied. Every century.
Until the promised Messiah come, because that is also mentioned by the Holy Prophet that Imam Mahdi will come and he will be promised Messiah. So, and he will be prophet of God. So when a prophet comes, this is why I have given you this hadith, that when a prophet comes, after him there is khilafat.
Yes.
So
now we those two things to work together. So one we're saying is that the reformer will come, or a prophet. And we've also said in the Quran in last week's session that the righteous would have the martyrs and the prophets at those times. So the Quran says that prophethood would exist for the righteous. Then we have, so every century a reformer. Then we have our system of Khilafat coming after the promised Messiah. So how do those two now combine together? Because we have to then say, who is, and then the Ahmadiyya would have to say, who is the reformer for the 15th century, we have to say who's the reformer for the 16th century, and so on and so forth. Because they can't be independent of each other, they have to be now.
Very simple way of answering is that today if Jesus Christ comes, as they are expecting, what will happen then?
I'm not sure.
Where will that hadith go? The same answer will be that yes, before me, all the mujaddis who were sent by Allah, they were only mujaddis. Now I am not only mujaddid, but also I am prophet, subordinate prophet as well. So this is why now after me, there will be khilafat. This is the only answer he can give. Otherwise, tell me what answer he can give. Because they are also expect, they are also they believe. Number one, the mujaddid did come in the past. That's also their belief, right? And they also believe that Jesus, son of Mary, will come as a prophet. So once he comes, then after him there will be khilafat.
Okay, so then we're saying this particular hadith is superseded by the hadith about
Yes, yes.
So we're not saying that they would work together, we're saying one is superseded by the other. Because
You can say whatever you like. You can say whatever you. I'm saying that because we can't say this that both things can't coexist, because first Rasul was told that he is the mujaddid, and this is why he took the bath. He took the bath on this point that he is the mujaddid. Later on he was told that he is Imam Mahdi and also Prophet Messiah. So all these things are there. We can't reject any one of these things. All four claims are there.
Can we say that the Khalifa at that time is the Mujaddid?
Of course, he is there, but not only just Mujaddid. Mujaddid is much more than the Mujaddid. But of course, he is doing the work of the revival of Islam.
This is what I was going to say, that as long as the Khilafat Rashideen is continuing, there won't be Mujaddid, but there won't be Khilafat. But when that stops,
as Masih Hassan has said, that after him, the Khilafat will continue forever.
Yeah,
this is in the book of Al-Wasiyah.
Yeah, I understand.
So this is why.
No, I'm just trying to work out his understanding. What I'm saying is, when the first four Khalifas were considered Khilafat Rashideen, but after that became Mujaddid because the Rashideen had ceased, right? So now, until the appearance of a prophet doesn't come, there will be Mujaddids. But after the appearance of a prophet comes Khilafat.
But that's not made clear in the first hadith, the hadith that says very clearly.
Very God will continue to raise for this Ummah in the beginning of every century, right?
Shall we take now another question as well? So continue, please.
Yeah, मतलब ये तो नबी करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की भी एक हदीस है ना कि मेरे पास खिलाफत आएगी और अल्लाह ताला जब चाहेगा उठा देगा, फिर आखिर पे मसीह मौद आएंगे, तो एक पूरा फ्रेमवर्क तो नबी करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने दिया होगा ना?
हाँ, वहाँ भी है कि it is said that at the end once again Khilafat ala minhaj al-nubuwwah will start, will be established. That hadith was mentioned in the last session. So that also means that there will be first a prophet and then the Khilafat will start. And that about that it is also said, and that's in the book of Musnad Abdul Hanbal. At the end, Rasul became quiet. That means that he said that after this Khilafat ala minhaj al-nubuwwah, that will continue.
I have just one observation really, just regarding this, because I think everyone is just waiting for the second coming of Isa, and in fact, of Ahmad to come back in latter days. So this is the main thing that people are waiting for. So the 14th century is one of the most important ones. One of the 15th, 16th centuries and on. And then in this clear hadith that you've outlined here, in Majah, where the specific instruction of Ahmad is that to even on your knees, icebound mountains, on your knees, you should go through the back. So you don't see this for any other reform or mujaddid. So this is why we once Hazrat Naseem has come, and then you have the Khilafat that is on the precepts of prophethood as outlined, and that kind of does away with the rest of it.
I just want to make this observation that Rasulullah also received his in stages. So these are different stages, Mujaddid and Prophet.
जी
I don't think it's that relevant. It's just out of curiosity, yeah. What does, in Arabic, what does Isa mean? The reason why I'm asking is because the thing is that, because some people get very particular with the words, and sometimes the ism of a word is meant to describe the actual thing. So like Naseem more or less, I mean, even though it says Jesus, I mean, the qualities of that thing is the same. So in Arabic, what does the name Isa actually mean? Which is just the physical characteristics, all that. I don't know how to describe it, but in Arabic it's sort of like the physical traits of that object or thing which the name is actually meant to describe.
But here Isa means that Jesus, son of Mary, who was a prophet of Allah towards the Israelite people. And Holy Prophet ﷺ is referring to him, that Imam Mahdi will be like him. So it is about the quality of Jesus Christ. Right. Now the question is, what were the qualities of Jesus Christ? Number one, he was a prophet of Allah, but subordinate to Hazrat Musa. He was under the law of Moses. He didn't bring in his new law separate from Old Testament. Right. So in the same way, Hazrat Masih Maud Islam is a prophet of Allah, but subordinate to Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Another resemblance is that Hazrat Isa alayhi salam came about 1400 years after Moses. In the same way, Hazrat Masih Maud Islam has come about 1400 years after Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Another thing is that Hazrat Isa alayhi salam was not given permission to fight with the enemies. Allah didn't give the permission to him. Similarly, about the promised Messiah, the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, and this is in the book of Bukhari, that when he comes, he will suspend the battles. He will say, no more religious wars. And this is what Messiah was did. So this is a resemblance with Jesus Christ. These are some of the resemblance. There can be many others.
And the second part of my question was that it's such a long thesis concerning the latter days. It says, the Joel go around the Kaaba, do the walking things, and it said that the Messiah will then appear, and then it says it in that order. I mean, it says it in that sort of order, and it says the Messiah will descend from the east of Damascus on the hands of two angels. The thing is that it says it in like that order. After the Dajjal's gone around and after the... So
the Dajjal will be forming circuit around Kaaba, and behind him Jesus Christ will also perform the circuit. Yes. Now the first thing is that if we take it literally, that's impossible because the Dajjal will never be allowed to go to perform the Hajj. Why you should go there? Number one, he's not a Muslim. It's not possible. So it means that it's a metaphoric expression. That the Dajjal will try to demolish the values of Islam. The Kaaba is the symbol of the values of Islam. So the Dajjal will try to demolish the symbol of Islam, or the Islamic values. And Prophet Messiah will come to restore those values. Okay?
I understand the purpose and need for a prophet and then the Khalifa, and as we explained, the Mujaddid are just reformers. What's the purpose or need fulfilled by the Mahdi? What purpose is the Mahdi fulfilled?
You see, in fact, Mahdi means one who is guided by God. So, in literal sense, every prophet is Mahdi, every Mujaddid is Mahdi, because they're all guided by Allah.
But why call it differently? For example, why did God need to give him the name of a Mahdi as well? If he's a Khalifa or prophet, the prophet is already guided.
So why
do we need to give him?
It's the only thing is that one thing is being explained to us, that never think that he is an ordinary person, or he is also just like a scholar. Because there are many scholars there and very popular scholars. So they are saying that he will be guided by Allah. In other words, what it means, that he will receive revelation from God. And other people, they are just scholars. They never claim that they have received the revelation or they are guided by Allah. So Mahdi means guided by God, meaning that he will receive revelation from God. This is the difference between him and all other these ulamas. Ji.
Yeah, I found that number 6 here, right? You've got where it's in the reference. What comes with Ahmad, it gives you the chapter and also gives you the hadith number. But you know, all the rest of the other the references, which are quite important, they only just give you the book, but not the chapter or the reference. And I've seen a lot of that in our Jamaat books, that they quote the book, but not the actual volume or chapter when you actually so that somebody can actually find it. Is there a problem with that?
Taisa, if you can please write it, and in future we'll add the full reference.
So that we can actually give it to the...
So we can prepare another paper in which we give full reference, yes.
Can you repeat it?
No, what he's saying that, for example, here we Ibn Majah, but why not full reference, kitabs, so and so kitab, so and so bab. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it will be more, you see.
The definition of Mahdi is already in the Holy Quran, under Surah of Anbiya, verse 74, where the accounts of, in that surah, there are accounts of Anbiya Islam, and then at the end, Allah says, Ja'alnahum a'immatan yahduna bi amrina, which is the definition of Mahdi.
You know what he's saying, that in Surah Anbiya, it is, Allah has mentioned the names of some of the prophets. And after that, Allah says, وَجَعَلْنَاهُمْ أَئِمَّةً يَهْدُونَ بِأَمْرِنَا. That we made all of them Imam. Aimma is plural of Imam. Yeah. We made all these prophets Imam, يَهْدُونَ بِأَمْرِنَا, and they used to guide people with our guidance. That means first they got guidance from us, and then they gave guidance to people. So, in other words, this is the definition of a prophet. That a prophet is he who is made Imam by Allah, and then Allah gives him guidance, and then he is asked to give guidance to the people. So this is the definition of a prophet. That, in other words, every prophet is Imam Mahdi. And every Imam Mahdi is prophet.
लेकिन उसका क्लेम जरूरी है ना, बगैर क्लेम
Of course, obvious है. This is why we are saying that وَجَعَلْنَاهُمْ, we will make him. So Allah is saying that I will make him Imam. So he is not ordinary Imam. Other Imam, in every mosque there is Imam. But no Imam can say that Allah has made me Imam.
So how authentic is that Kanzul, the Hadith book, which is for number 6? Kanzul Ahmad.
Yeah.
How authentic, I mean, how would people not object to that, saying that's not a...
It is a fact as well. I mean, is it not true that Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, there was Khalifa, Abu Bakr Siddiq, Umar Usman. So practically this is what happened.
But this is suggesting that every prophet is not just...
Yes, it used to be before him as well, and Holy Prophet is saying that after me also it will happen. So in a way, it's a prophecy about his Khalifas, that I am a prophet, and after me you will see there will be Khalifa, because there were always Khalifas in the past as well, after the prophets. And also you see that after a prophet has passed away, then the community has to have one leader, so that they remain united. I think for today that is enough. At the end, I would just like to remind you, and in fact already I am reminding you every morning I send you a text. Are you receiving the text?
Yeah.
About the Fajr prayer and Fajr prayer in congregation. So please make sure that we have that point. Without it, preaching is nothing. See? And the second thing is that the Lord has given this specific program to all of us, that we should establish contact with 10 neighbors. Because Islam means peace, and that requires that we should have peaceful relationship with everyone. So neighbors are the first people to contact. In fact, there is a hadith of the Holy Prophet on this, that if your neighbor says you are good, you are good. If your neighbor says you are bad, you are bad. This is the hadith of the Prophet. So if your neighbor doesn't know you, How he will say on the day of judgment that you are good? If you will do some good to him, then he will say on the day of judgment, oh Allah, this neighbor of mine was very good. So that's why we must establish contact with him. Otherwise, he will not give witness in our favor. And he will say, when Allah will ask him, what about your neighbor? He will say, I don't know. He never contacted me. Oh God. So this is why we must make sure and that we act upon this advice of Allah.
मतलब वो उनका जो पहले एक बात चल रही थी वो रह गई थी कि confession वाला और वो मारूफ वाला.
हाँ, somebody asked question about confession.
Confession.
आपने asked?
नहीं वो चले गए जैन से चले गए.
हाँ, अच्छा. So the question was that why we do confession, or is it like the Christians, for example? This is what we said. You see, confession before Allah is right, but confession before any human being, that is wrong. So when the Christians do the confession, they do that before the priests. This is why it is wrong. But when we do confession in our prayer, we are confessing our sins and shortcomings before Allah the Almighty, and this is essential. Because without it, you can't ask forgiveness. Unless you first confess it.
और दूसरा उनका वो मारूफ वाली बात जो वर्ड मारूफ है उसका.
हाँ. Yes, you see, one of the questions sometimes people raise that here in the pledge of Baitul we say that we'll obey every maruf decision of Khalifatul Masih. As if, some people can say that maybe some decisions are not maruf, are right. No, this is not the this conclusion can be made because the same words are used about the Baitul of the Holy Prophet ﷺ in the Holy Quran. So we are doing it just following the tradition of Islam. So as the Holy Prophet ﷺ was not going to give any non-maruf or un-Islamic decision, similarly a Khalifa cannot give un-Islamic decision because Allah says, I will make the Khalifa and I will guide him. Okay, Jazakumullah. And before we go, we will do the prayer and also upstairs we will go for the group photo, please. Masjid ji. अच्छा नीचे
इधर ही कैंसिल थे सब ट्रेनिंग क्लास का भी आ गया
देखिए जब पाकिस्तान को जब
I can put the chairs here if you want. इधर एक लाइन लगा के पीछे खड़े
बड़ा है जी बहुत ठीक है आराम से चलिए दुआ कर देंगे. One thing, please remember that we are also given a target of 4 baths by His Guru Sajid, that each Jamaat should get 4 baths. For this purpose, please pray and also try to bring your contact to the mosque. This is a very good way. And I tell you, as I said last time, that Allah Ta'ala, by the grace of Allah, is blessing us more since we started this class. Previously, as I told you, that we used to get on average one bath after 2 weeks. And now after we started this class, last week we had in 1 week we had 2 baths. And now this week again we had 1 bath. And in fact there are 2 more baths, but I said to please just wait a bit more. And inshallah they will come in the next week. So how quickly, Allah Ta'ala is also blessing. So please continue this class and continue in your prayers. And at the same time, try to bring your contact to the mosque. So please join me in this. Amen.